What is your favourite app at the moment?
Look, I've got a bit of a stuck on one. I'm a real keen bird watcher, and I'm not, whereas I'm good at identifying birds, I'm not so good at hearing their sounds. There's some amazing bird watching apps, believe it or not, that really assist you to identify birds. So that has remained a favourite. I found it a few years ago. There's lots of others that I use, but yeah, that's good.
What is your most used emoji?
So I love surfing, I love the ocean, so there's that lovely one of the waves that sort of always reminds me of the Japanese drawing, so I like that one, and I like the one with the fish and the sharks and the whales, so those ones.
What's the weirdest app you've ever heard of?
I was told one about one that would help you with your washing, which I never got my head around, in how that it would just, sort of how you could be really efficient in when you wash your clothes in terms of when the sun was shining.
Speaking of an ideas boom, what would be your big startup idea?
Oh, gee, how good am I on ideas for a startup?
Yeah, startup company.
I mentioned that one of my passions is bird watching. One of the things that I find incredibly sad, so many of our seabirds, often about a third of their weight is now plastic, because they scoop up the plastic in the oceans thinking it's food. And I think that a way to have, work up startups so we reduced our waste in educating people, in showing them the alternatives, in packaging, in how they reuse materials is so important. And I think one of them in every suburb that's out there doing the education, giving them the alternatives is badly needed.
What's one of your favourite Australian startups?
I heard one the other day that really interested me, and that is it's Airbnb for pets.
Yeah.
So people can, and it's a great way to build a community. I certainly acknowledge that. I did though want to add, like with Uber and Airbnb for pets, that again it's getting that balance right between what works for the individual who wants their dog to go off to a nice home while they go on holidays, to the neighbours next door who might find there's now 10 dogs in the house next door all of a sudden, who are there for Airbnb for a week while everybody goes off for their overseas holiday. And that wouldn't be really fair for the neighbours. So I think we're at an interesting stage with innovation, which is how people often describe these startup companies. But anyway, coming back to your question, I reckon Airbnb for pets, it's a good way to get to know who's in your community, who loves animals.